I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my movie review of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. It is a sequel to the Maleficent movie, which in itself is a reimagining of the classic Sleeping Beauty fairy tale told from the perspective of the villain. In this new film, it takes place 5 years afterwards. Prince Phillip and Princess Aurora are wanting to get married. Not only are they in love with each other, but they feel that this is an opportunity to unite their kingdoms, with Prince Phillip representing a human faction and Princess Aurora, although she's human, representing the mythological creatures of the neighboring lands. Well, Maleficent, as well as Queen Ingrith, the mothers-in-law-to-be, don't like the idea of their kids getting married whatsoever. Maleficent still has a firm distrust of human beings, and Queen Ingrith has her own personal agenda. To make matters more complicated, Maleficent finds out that she's not the last of her kind, that there's actually an entire faction of dark fays that have been driven into exile because of centuries of conflict with the humans. And the remaining dark fae want to go to war with the humans for their own survival. So, will war break out? Will love triumph overall? Will Maleficent embrace her darkness and truly be the mistress of evil? Well, this is a Disney fairy tale. We sort of know how it's going to go at the very, very end. So, I feel that's okay that I share a bit of spoilers with this review. And not only because it's a Disney fairy tale, but I can't really talk about what I liked or disliked about the film unless going into some specific details. So there will be spoilers in this review. I'll mention a few things I liked about the movie. I'll mention a few things I didn't like about the movie, and then I'll give my verdict. So, along the things I liked about the movie, there's a great dinner scene where the families meet together for the first time, and the tension is amazing. Queen Ingrith, played by Pfieffer, and Maleficent, played by Angelina Jolie, they just have fantastic on-screen antagonistic chemistry. It's a wonderful scene. It's my favorite scene throughout the whole film, and I hope those two actresses find some other projects to work in the future, because their on-screen chemistry was just absolutely fantastic. Another thing I loved was the visuals of this movie, the costumes, the sets, the scenery. It all looks amazing and fantastic. It's probably looks even better in IMAX or in 3D, but I chose not to see them in one of those formats. When I saw the Lion King movie, it was in 3D, so the trailers for Maleficent 2 was in 3D, and I saw those cheekbones on Maleficent. I was like, no, no, I'm not going to look at those for 2 hours. There are some body parts on Angelina Jolie that I would love to see in 3D, but those cheekbones aren't it. But yes, if you are thinking about going to see the movie in 3D or in IMAX, definitely do it. It looks fantastic. And another thing I liked was that there's this wonderful big climactic battle scene towards the end. And not only is just the battle spectacular, but I sat there wondering if the Dark Fae have magical powers. I'm not as powerful as Maleficent, but still, if they have magic and they can fly, which means they always have the high ground, and we know how important the high ground is, then how is it that humans have driven them into exile? But seeing the battle is quickly, showcased that even though humans don't have magical powers, they have battle tactics and strategy and numbers and technology, so they can hold their own. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is, despite the disadvantage that seemingly humans have, they can hold their own. So I really appreciated how that battle played out. Now, along with the negatives, I mentioned that this is a princess movie, so we know how it's going to, end overall. But this movie actually telegraphs this in, because we learned that Maleficent is the direct descendant of a phoenix god. The phoenix god created several mythological creatures, and Maleficent is the direct descendant. So like, okay, so she's a phoenix god descendant, which means that she's either going to die and come back, or somebody other character is going to die and come back. So it's like you're already telegraphing the end of your movie. Unless you're a little child that doesn't know what a phoenix is outside of the X-Men, you know how something's going to happen in this movie. And speaking of that death, at the end, the Queen Ingrith kills Maleficent and then just Maleficent just resurrects herself into the giant Phoenix god. And this looks amazing, and I'm sort of happy to see it, because in the previous movie, I'm waiting for Maleficent to turn into a dragon, and she doesn't turn into a dragon, someone else turns into a dragon, and that really pissed me off. So in here, at least I see Maleficent turn into some type of giant creature. But it's like, it just cheapens the scene, because not only the telegraph, but Queen Ingrith wins that battle. She won with tactics. She straight up won the fight. And here's, you know, this resurrection, which is pretty much Deus Ex Machina, okay? So the Phoenix God power saved Maleficent, and I guess what, she can't be killed at all, or if you do kill her, she'll just come back. So yeah, it just cheapens that moment, because it's telegraphed, and Ingrith won. Imagine if, like, Thanos snapped his fingers and then as everyone disappeared, the god from above comes down and said, nah, I ain't like that, and just brings everybody back. That's essentially what happened, okay? The villain won, and yet here's Maleficent back to life. So that really annoyed me. And things are death. The one character named Conroe, played by an actor whose name I can't possibly pronounce, he dies in the movie, and you know, he's like one of the few significant black characters in the film. Now, there are several minor nameless characters that die on both the human side and in the mythological creature side from the big battle, but as far as the significant death, it's the black guy. And yeah, I'm biased, but still, in 2019, and the one, or well, I should say, one of the significant black characters is the only one that has a meaningful death. And sure, the equivalent of Merryweather dies in the movie, but at the end, it's implied that she'll come back, because you see the little blue flower that did some type of magic. So it's like, okay, I guess that fairy is going to come back to life also. So yeah, the one significant death in the movie is the black guy. That really pissed me off. So as far as my verdict, I liked this movie more than I liked the previous movie, because the previous movie I thought I was going to see the origin of a villain, but it wasn't. So in this movie, I know going in it's just an anti-hero or anti-villain, if that can be a new term. So I was able to enjoy this a little bit more. And the visuals are amazing. So if you want to just see something magical and visual and something fun to bring your family and things like that, if you're a fan of the previous movie, you're going to enjoy this. But for me, I'm not recommending this movie. It telegraphs its ending. It cheapens and robs the villain of a legit victory. The one significant death is a black guy. So no, I enjoyed this a little more than the previous movie, but I'm not recommending it. So I'm giving Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, a C- grade. Okay, that's what I thought of the movie. I would love to know what you thought of the film. Be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere.